Darrel was. Bruh, listen. Before we get into this video, firstly, I just want to let you know that this commentary is coming from one same gender loving man to another same gender loving man. So that way we can be real, genuine, and authentic in our conversations, because from the video that was shown, you and I both have an understanding of what being same gender loving is. So in that way, there will be a lot of respect here, but there will also be a lot of tough conversations, bruh. And I really do genuinely say everything that I say in this video out of love. And I hope and pray that you watch it, so not only do you hear me say that, but that you'll be able to feel that love as well. And I get it. I absolutely get it. You don't want to hear shit about anything in reference to your name right here and right now, especially with what's been going on these past few days. And you have a right to not watch anything. Like, you're not obligated in any way, shape, or form to respond or to even watch what other people's commentaries, views, and opinions are. Because at the end of the day, even the shit that I'm saying in this video is just that, a fucking view and an opinion. And you have the choice to decide on which ones you want to apply to your life, because you grown as fuck. This transparency and the truth that you are willing to walk in, because that video did come out of you kissing old dude, so obviously you kind of wanted that truth to come out. Walking in that level of transparency is about to look very destructive going forward, because what you're going through is known as an ego death. And just like they did to one of the greatest vocalists of our time, B. Slade, aka Tone, they are willing to do the exact same thing to you. And I get it. You were able to manifest a living doing what it is that you love to do. It's not even a job, it's really a career. But I'm pretty sure the religious institution that you're connected to and you signed your name on that dotted line on that contract now makes it feel like a job, because you can't fully sit here and operate in the fullness of God because you're still denying a part of the God within you that is same gender love. And it's not just you, it's you and your siblings that have created this wonderful, amazing, dope ass, edgy ass group known as the Walls Group, where everybody can fucking sing. And it's not just money for y'all. I get it. You have other people relying on you as well. You have family members, you have other friends, all these people who rely on the Walls Group continuing to be hot, continuing to be now, and continuing to bring in the motherfucking dollar bill. Let's be real. There are two taboo subjects in the church that people are afraid to talk about. That's sex and that's money. And can we just be real, bitch? Every single one of us wants some. Let's just be real. And it's scary because you have been affirmed by all these other legendary gospel singers. The gospel industry and the church world has accepted you as honestly one of the legends in the making. But I'm pretty sure, just like at large a lot of people in religion do, including myself when I was subscribed to organized religion, I thought that if I connected myself to this institution, which in all actuality, I didn't really get a chance to really choose it. I was just really indoctrinated into this shit at a very young age. If I just stay connected, if I just do what the Bible tells me, then I will live a life that is free from any hurt or pain, and that I'm going to heaven. And even though that's a little bit problematic because the Bible is not the way, the truth, and the life, it is not the truth in itself. It is a signpost, or one of the signposts to the truth. And the only way that you're going to get to the truth is by going the way and the path that Christ did, which was to deal with the self by renewing your mind. That means letting go of all the things that you thought were serving you, that you can clearly and obviously see is more destructive than it is fruitful and life-giving to you, to let that all go. But you're attached to an organized religion that is 2,000 years in the past and is still waiting for Jesus to come back, when Jesus said in the scriptures that y'all read in that book that it is finished. It is done. I've showed you what to do. Stop being insecure. Stop dealing in fear. Stop being weak, because that's the one thing that I came to teach y'all, that y'all are anything and everything but that. But if you believe that you are, then so a man thinketh, so he is. And you, Darrel, are willing, even though maybe still somewhat apprehensive, maybe still somewhat denying it because of the pressure of the people. Not even the pressure of God, but the pressure of what the people are going to think, and all the things that you might lose if you walk in your truth. But that's the thing. It's your truth. Christ came to fulfill what Christ had to do. The red letters in the Bible clearly state what Christ wants us to do, which is to love one another. But once again, a lot of people in organized religion have not served Christ one day in their life. They've just served religion. They just served what this book says. The same book where Christ is saying that you are already free, it is already done, that you are God's, and why are you sitting here marveling at what it is that I can do when you can do the same thing that I'm doing and go further and farther than me? And this is the same group of people who sit here and say that Jesus is the only one that can do it, that can't nobody do it like Jesus, but yet, and lo and behold, Christ said that you will go forth and do far greater works than me. But of course, the money's coming in. People knowing who you are. All these other gospel greats and legends are affirming you and confirming you as one of them. But because you are with you 24/7, 365, they don't know what's in your head. They don't know what you go through and deal with emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And a lot of the self-guilt and shame that you were probably feeling or maybe still feeling at this point is not even coming from God. It's being motivated by individuals outside of you because you are part of a religious institution that you have built a career upon. And don't nobody really want to lose the things that they worked hard for. But that's why faith is required. I remember I saw this meme and it stuck with me. It said simply this: fear says, what if? What if they find out about me? What if we lose our endorsements? What if churches decide that they don't want us singing at their church because of me? What happens when the money starts getting low? What happens? What if this? What if I lose everything? But the saying is finished up with this. But faith says, even if I lose these endorsements, even if now we're not getting as many invitations as we once did, even if gospel artists say that they don't want to be affiliated with me anymore because of my lifestyle, even if. And honestly, a lot of us in the LGBTQIA2+ community, we are still trying to develop our faith, but we're still, just like those outside of us, are developing our faith based off of people as opposed to developing our faith in relationship with God, source, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's the same damn thing. It goes by many names. That's why God's grace and mercy is sufficient, and it covers the just and the unjust because it's everywhere, even in hell, bitch. Because let's not forget, didn't Christ Jesus, when he died, went and had a revival in hell, went up in Satan's shit and said, excuse me, nigga, you might run shit down here, but my father created this shit. Matter of fact, bitch, he created you. So guess what? Sukasa mikasa, bitch. And went in the devil's shit. And after he went inside the devil's shit and completely had his foot on the devil's neck, girl, turned around to the gates of hell, even went to such an extreme because Jesus was a radical ass person, and I gotta believe Jesus cussed because it just feel right. Took the hinges off the gate of hell and told those inside, if you want to leave, you can. Because once again, Christ said it is finished. All that I ask you to do is to love your damn self. The work is finished as far as showing you and teaching you how to do it. Now you have to do it for yourself. And that's something that I can't help you with, girl. I gave you all the shit. I done gave y'all the cliff notes. Hell, I done gave y'all the answers to the problems. But even if you do lose it all, Darrell, that's okay. Because that's when God can truly expand. Because once everything has been taken away from you that was used to keep you distracted and keep you from working out your own soul salvation in spirit and truth, not spirit and deception like a lot of people in organized religion. Not all, but a lot. And once there is no room for anything, that's when the limits of God can truly be taken off, because now you willfully submit over to God. And that's why you're in a very powerful position, because if you live in your truth, imagine how many people who follow you, who are also part of the community, who are struggling with their sexuality, and the only thing they're struggling with as an individual who struggled with their sexuality is the fact of what people gonna think, not what God gonna think. Because if you thought what God was gonna think, you wouldn't be doing the shit in the dark. But since you do the shit in the dark, you just don't want the people to know. And you have a choice to be able to help really truly minister God's love, grace, and mercy to those who have been told by the people who are the representatives and the spokesmen of God that they're abominable, that they're nasty, perverted, child molesters, pedophiles, sexual deviants, carriers of diseases. All of these things, Christ went to the people that the Pharisees and Sadducees have pushed away. And the spirit of Pharisees and Sadducees is very prevalent in the church, especially in the high places. Let me stop. Darrel, your ministry has power and potential, but only by walking in your truth will you know what God's vision is for you. The only way that your vision is going to be realized and actualized is if you do it. It don't matter about everybody outside of you. If you don't believe what's going on, if you don't believe it, if you don't experience it, it won't mean nothing. And I'm just saying, experience it through love like Christ did. I forgot the actual scripture, but it goes along the lines of something like this. And you have an opportunity as a gospel celebrity, as a public figure, to show what God's grace and mercy and what self-love looks like. Because 2020 is revealing a lot of stuff. It's revealing all the truth. And when I mean all the truth, I mean all the truth. Ain't gonna be no hiding, ain't gonna be no darkness. Everybody gonna have to stand in the light. The truth will set you free, but a lot of motherfuckers can't handle the truth. So with that being said, I done talked long enough. Darrel, keep walking in your truth. Keep getting to know God for yourself. Fuck what everybody else's opinion is about you. And know that Christ came that you can live life and live it more abundantly. You church hoes, stay tuned.